Hey everybody, it is October, and October is known for being sort of a scary month. We got Halloween going on, and everybody's playing pranks on each other and things like that. So we are going to talk about fear this month. All throughout October and youth, we're going to be talking about fear. So fear is sort of a complicated emotion because fear can either motivate us or it can paralyze us, depending on how we decide to approach it. So you can either be motivated or you can be paralyzed by it. And as Christians, I just want us to know that it's important that we don't ever let fear dominate our lives. And so there's several instances where people in the Bible are called by God to do amazing, incredible, spectacular things for Him, and they aren't able to do it in the beginning because they are so scared. There's so much fear in their lives, and they don't know how they're going to be able to do these things that God's called them to do. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a certain person in the Bible who has this going on in his life, and that person is Gideon. So what I want to do is I want to give you a little background real quick before we continue on talking about Gideon. So what has happened is the Israelites did evil in God's eyes. So what he did was he handed them over to a group of cruel people, and this group of cruel people was called the Midianites. So then what happened was God sent an angel down, and the angel went to Gideon and said, Gideon, you are a hero, and we want you to take on these Midianites. So Gideon freaks out, and he gets real scared, and he was like, how am I going to be able to do this if you say the Lord is with me? However, how am I going to be able to do this? We've been suffering for all these years, and how am I going to be able to rescue all these people with the weakest clan around? He said, my group of soldiers are the weakest that I've ever seen. He said, how are we going to be able to do this? So he freaks out so much that he tests God and this angel 3 different times. He does 3 different things, 3 different tests, because he's so fearful. And he's super fearful of the situation that God is putting him in. So these 3 tests happen, and every single time, God comes through. God comes through every time in these tests. And so once this happens and Gideon realizes, okay, God really is on my side, that fear motivates him. He doesn't get paralyzed by the fear anymore. The fear has now motivated him. And he had so much confidence that he actually led an army of just 300 men. God whittles his army down from 22,000 to 300, and he makes them throw away all his weapons. God just keeps challenging him and keeps challenging him. But his faith and his confidence has grown so much in God, because now he's not paralyzed by that fear, that he's able to defeat this huge Midianite army with just 300 men, some horns, and some torches. And so the story is just, it's crazy that he was able to do that with that amount of men to this humongous, cruel army. But it was because he let go of his fear and he put his faith in God. So just the moral to this that I want you to get is that there's always going to be times when we're worried to give ourselves up to God. God's going to call us to do these crazy things in our lives, and we're going to get scared. I mean, it is what it is. It's going to happen. But the truth is that we can trust God with anything and everything. So whenever He says, hey, I need you to do this, instead of testing Him and asking Him, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, no, you need to put your faith in Him and say, okay, yes, I'm scared, but it's okay to have a little fear in your life, because that's a part of being human. So it's okay to have a little fear in your life, but let it motivate you rather than paralyze you. And trust in God. Obedience, I want you to get this. Obedience doesn't require us to be without fear. It just asks that we have faith to follow God in difficult times. And here's the thing that I want you to get is I think people become paralyzed with fear because they can't control the outcome. They don't know what's going to happen next. When God calls you to do something, then you don't know what's going to happen. God says, look, this will happen, but you're still scared because you're not exactly 100% sure, and it kind of freaks us out a bit. And so I think that's why we can become paralyzed by fear so easily. But with God, I want you to know that fear can't have a grip on us. If you have God on your side, if you have faith in Him, then fear can't have a grip on you. So I just want to end with this. Music can do a whole lot of good for people, and maybe you're one of those people that gets a lot out of music and songs and lyrics and things like that. So what I want you to do is, if you're dealing with a situation like this, if you are gripped by fear, if there's all kinds of things going on in your life where fear has just got a good hold of you, then I encourage you to listen to a song. This song is called Stand in Your Love by Josh Baldwin, and it just simply says, fear doesn't have a chance because I'm standing in your love, God. It says, fear can't have a grip on me because I'm in your love. And I think that's a great promise that we can hold on to. So I just want to say thank you for watching. I'm so happy that you're watching, that you're listening, and just I want you to know that fear doesn't have to grip you, because God will always be with you. So I love you. God bless you all.